everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. The Seahawks would love nothing more than to finish out today's game with a second notch in that win column. It's the Conquistadors going up against the Seahawks. What a surprise here. There's rain in Seattle as we're off to CenturyLink Field to link up with our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, no trip to the Northwest is really complete without a little rain, and we're going to get plenty of it here at CenturyLink Field in Seattle. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Mexico City Conquistadors and the Seattle Seahawks. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. Tyler Lockett now with a return. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They'll be led out by their 5'11 quarterback from Wisconsin by way of NC State, and that's Russell Wilson.
Team in the right position. Make sure the play calls are accurate. Also was a minor league baseball player. Didn't hit very well there. I think he made a great career choice picking football.
Here's Wilson. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. 10 yards still left on second down. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. Drops it underneath for Rawls. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a third down. Still in search of the first down after that last completion.
3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. Throwing is Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. First down coming there on the intermediate passing play. That's been a point of emphasis, they told us in practice, using those medium routes to keep the defense off balance.
And it wasn't just them telling us. We got to watch them practice it and work on it because they've been trying to fine-tune it and get it right before this game. And I think they have to be happy with the result.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Now it's Wilson. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Now Wilson throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. Give them 11 on the game there. And it'll give the Seahawks a first down. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
Here's Thomas Rawls with his first carry. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch and dance, and it's a tough, tough job to contain them.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. So on 4th down, on comes Stephen Hauschka to try and get the Seahawks 3. This one from 46 yards out. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
So the next time we leave one of those coaches' meetings and we're walking out in the hall and you're like, how come we spend so much time talking about special teams?
Here you go. This is why.
This is why, right? And look, I'm right there with you. We hear it every time we meet with coaches, but it is a big part of it. And look at how early in the game this occurs. They block a kick, and not only does it set a tone, it sends a message for the rest of the game.
Yeah, so much for our first points of the game. First down throw for Prescott. Going right side, he has Winton. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It's a gain of 7, and it's a second down.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man.
Some rat.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
A second down throw for Prescott. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Third down and 3. Third and short yardage. Prescott. Peaks got it over the middle. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It'll be a gain of 16 and give him a first down as well.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4.
Ah, yes, this is where the expression staying ahead of the chains comes into play. Good runs like that one set you up well for third down.
So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be third and about the length of the football.
Everyone's looking for the big runs, the explosive runs, the 20 to 30-yard plays. But anytime you're picking up good yardage and setting yourself up on down and distance, offenses love that too.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
3rd and inches, just turn around and hand it to the big guy and let him plow forward and pick up a first down. A lot of people think that the offensive line, they may almost take the play off because they got a big guy back there pushing forward. I think it actually works in reverse. I think they block harder because they love seeing that guy get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott, a dump off to Elliott. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Mexico City football to begin quarter number 2. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
One of the hallmarks of their success this year, they've been fearless on 4th down. And they convert another one right here to move the chains.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. They go play action here on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. Looking for his tight end, Winton, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage. But instead, he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
On second down, Rawls. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. So 3rd and medium here, 3rd and 5. Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle.
False start, offense. Still 3rd down.
And the yellow flag hurts this offense, and now they face a tough 3rd down. One receiver left, 2 to the right. Now Wilson down around his goal line. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were.
Gets it away, but it's not looking that great. That's taken it around the 40. Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Now this offense ready to head back out there. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Prescott now on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
They come out here in the eye. Now Prescott. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys are able to strike for 6. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a 1st down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. It was the safety blitz that ultimately did the job, and they're going to credit him with a sack. Oh, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
C.J. Procise was the intended target, and now it's 4th down. Here's John Ryan now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Taken right about the 40. 31 yards on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
The play clock's running down. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Darren Waller with touchdown number 7 on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. And a touchdown there to help them expand the lead.
All you're looking for is as much separation between you and the other team as possible. They've got to feel good about what that touchdown gives them.
Bailey now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back. They're just looking for anything to grab on up to right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando, where Larry Ridley is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Now it's Wilson toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass. That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion. Now it's Wilson. And left side here, it's Graham. They'll get 17 yards there. And the Seahawks are going to have a first down. An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks, because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game. I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he? I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did. I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it. Got rid of it. No one got it. Second and 10 now. Wilson. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield. He reads defenses so well, doesn't he? He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target. I don't think so either. I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have made this a one-score game. That's one of those long drives where not only do you score, but you really tire out the defense, too. That's a great point, because now they've been on the field for a long time. Them going to the bench, trying to make adjustments, trying to figure things out, but they'll do so fatigued. This one taken just inside the 10. That's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense. Now this offense ready to take over again. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6. And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way, because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Here we go. Green. Gun. Watch it now, Barney.
One man in the backfield, Elliott.
39. Green, 39.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. Third down. On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops. So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Out of the gun now on third down. He's going to look deep down the field. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there.
A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
And how about this, a fake? And some room to work. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way in for the touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And he's got it up and through. So they catch him napping a bit. They go with a fake punt, able to get it out complete, and then take it all the way into the end zone for 6 points. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store.
4 down. Check.
Second and 10. It's Wilson again. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark him down at the 39. They'll come out in the pistol. On first down, Wilson. Complete. Richardson has it. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now the offense lining up first and 10. Graham slotted out to the left. From midfield now, here's Wilson. And fights him off. And oh, he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be a second down. And they're going to speed things up here. On second down, here's Wilson. It's caught outright by Graham. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. No escaping this time. He'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Here we go now. Green. Good. All right, now look at 56.
They'll throw now on the final play. Finding time. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. We have hit. Yeah, that's perfect. 2 data Davis, deep. I gotta go. Okay, and sorry about that. Didn't know Larry got cut off early. We are back and ready for the third quarter. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. They're going to run this with a tight end. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. One receiver left, three to the right. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Des Bryant, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Jaron Reed in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to fourth down. And they'll send out their punter now. On presumably to punt, though he did complete a pass earlier. And look at this, another fake. Oh, but he'll be stopped well short of the first down marker, and it's a turnover on downs. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They've got the defense in the right spot. Just unsuccessful in that opportunity.
Now Wilson on first down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
A second down carry for Procise. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones.
Well, it's third and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
A good solid game there on first down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on second down. They come out here in the eye. On second down, Elliott. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you. And how about that on third down? So many different directions an offense can go. Throw it out wide to the receivers, get it to their speedy running back. They changed up everything and handed it to the fullback, and he surprised them all and picked up a first down.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. A first down carry by Elliott. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
Illegal block in the back. Offense. Still first down.
Ground with a tight end. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Time running out here on the play clock. They'll look to throw. Out to his left. They find some open field here. 11 yards on the pickup, and it'll be third down.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They're going to look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run. The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now back to the ground with Elliott. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll lead here to a third down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Play clock winding down. On 3rd down, Elliott. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding.
So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Back now in Seattle, Washington, as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They give it off here to the tight end. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And this seemingly endless drive continues. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because lost yardage.
He's going to wind up and air it out. He was looking for Terrence Williams that time, and it's 4th down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play, And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Complete outright to Kurz. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who could turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
On second down, Wilson. He'll dump it off to Procise. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He's got time. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And his throw here's incomplete. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, Wilson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And take it right on the 30. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And the Seahawks defense working their way back out onto the field. They forced the punt the last time, got off the field. I'm sure some of your D coordinators through the years, you liked when you heard those words, get off the field.
Oh, there's no doubt.
Or maybe you didn't like it when you heard those words.
It depended on when they were yelling them. But in this situation, absolutely perfect. Get off the field, force a punt, let the offense take over and do their thing, and it resulted in a field goal.
Well, we'll see if they can do that again.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Drops it underneath to Elliott. No, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's there got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. He's got time in the pocket. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. Get dropped in 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Again, we'll see the pistol here. Now it's Wilson. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but They took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Wilson surveying the field. And he finds Jimmy Graham. Give him 16 yards on the play. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
It goes as a pickup at 23. And it'll give the Seahawks a first down. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. It's caught outright by Graham. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing again here, Wilson. Looking for someone to throw to. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. To throw again is Wilson. It's caught on the left side by Kurz. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Jermaine Kurz. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again.
And they put it in the end zone, which was job one. Now they have to convert, and then it's decision time, isn't it?
Yeah, this is what all teams go through. You look at the clock, you're inside 2 minutes, look at your timeouts, make that onside kick decision.
Yeah, how do you feel about your defense, where you are in terms of the scoreboard, and the time left on the clock, as you noted, so many things to go through.
A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
And now back out comes the offense. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though,
And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Here we go now. Look at 56.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he will loop. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more.
Here we go.
Here's Elliott. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside.
a nickel look by Seattle on 3rd down.
Yep, 5 defensive backs now. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
The consistency of speed at every position is really seen at the defensive end spot. These guys in the old days were often outside linebackers. They just pushed them forward because they wanted to play fast and get to the quarterback or the running backs quicker than ever before.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Bailey able to knock it through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So barring something extraordinary, something crazy here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Brandon, this will be a great win for them. The better team's going to win this game, no question about it.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And that play was what every defense is wary of. The big strike attempted downfield, but they were in excellent position. They didn't get fooled, and while he didn't come up with the interception, was able to bat the ball down.
Now Wilson. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it in time.
He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this.